Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video to Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Naruto and Bee are on their way to somewhere, the battlefront, to help friends, not let people die when Naruto is gonna be, safely away on a barriered island. I do understand where he was coming from, though. Like, okay, assuming that they, win, obviously, if he was to be alive and be none the wiser this whole time and then comes out and, half of his friends are dead, it's not really a great existence knowing that you knew nothing and did nothing. But I also understand for the purposes of, strategy, why they shouldn't go. But also, there's no way Naruto's not going to go. Also, he's the child of prophecy, so he kind of has to go. But anyway, all that aside, it was mostly about Bee and his past with his brother, who's not actually his blood brother, but still his brother, and how they came to be a partnership, how the decision was made for Bee to be the Jinchuriki. Very fascinating stuff. And they talked a lot about what it is that's most important, because being a Jinchuriki, they talked about even if your friends and family think they're treating you the same, they kind of aren't. They're always consciously aware of this. And especially at this point in history where not many people, or if at all, honestly, are able to be compatible or control the chakra that is the tailed beasts, and it just causes more pain and suffering and death, then people are less likely to believe that this person is not a threat, because historically nobody's ever been able to really do it, which again makes me wonder how they discovered how the process to go about doing it. The whole cave thing, looking at yourself, facing yourself. I have many questions about that. And you know what? Maybe they did explain it and I just forgot. But anyways, they talked about filling that hole that comes with being a Jinchuriki with something that will make it hard for you to be overcome by the anger and all the other wave of negativity and emotions that come with being a Jinchuriki, and having that tailed beast always there ready to pounce and take over you and, destroy everything. So I'm curious if we're going to get into what it is for Bee. I feel like it's pretty obvious for Naruto. He has a very strong light, a very strong will, and he's never given up. I will have to say, though, there's something that's been running through my mind before I get into this episode. I feel like if we have a lot of episodes like these, this is why this whole day is gonna last forever. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I hope it makes sense. Basically, I understand why it's gonna last, all these 200 episodes gonna last a day. Also, though, because he has such a strong will, I don't know if he's really gonna back down that easily.
Now's my chance. Damn it, that guy is fast. No doubt about it.
And also, they can't waste energy battling each other when there's a more important enemy that requires the attention.
Now I can get past the Raikage.
Will you? Of course. Still impressed, though, that he's still maintaining the chakra this whole time. Not him. Naruto.
Lady Tsunade?
Also, why does he need her help? Not saying that you can't ask for help, but he seems to be doing just fine.
Granny!
Yes! Woo!
Hokage, you'd better have a real good excuse for this course of action.
Yeah, she does, actually.
It's my...
Well, opening. I was like, what is this? I literally was like, this is the wrong time for a flashback that is unrelated.
Who's the one that's just making arbitrary decisions now? You're all fools. Where's there any evidence that Naruto will succeed?
He could tell
I
you.
already told you your lariat won't work against me.
But he's not trying to get it to work because you're his brother. He's trying to communicate again.
Listen, bro. You may be Raikage, but since the beginning, you've underestimated my power, fool. You fool!
Did he not listen like he said he would? Or maybe he doesn't really understand?
Hey, where's my bro? Over there? Over there?
All of a sudden, he just started punching his way out through the wall. There's gonna be a bunch of holes in walls now.
Is this when he started that little habit?
To find him.
Thanks, will do. I'll look for bro beyond the walls I go through.
Very poetic. Not that the things he says isn't poetic already, but the walls you go through seems to be very particular to their situation.
I know that. We're right in the middle of a war. I will protect this village and nation to the very end, as my old man wanted.
Is this a matter of like, but what is it that you wanted?
All right? You are never to leave the village again. Got it?
Why though?
Both you
Was
and Naruto
he
are precious Jinchuriki. The
the-
two of you are very special to your villages and your nations. And that's the reason why I can't let either.
Okay, I feel like this is the death of his father when he became Raikage is whenever he stopped listening to B. That's my guess here.
I'll happily give you my personal guarantee.
So be it then. Let's put it to the test. Your lariat against mine. We'll see who's stronger. B, we still have a long way to go before.
No. Is he gonna realize his little dream of getting to shove it in his face?
That sounds ideal to me, and I'll do it too. You'll see. Easy as 1, 2, 3, cause talking down to you is my fantasy.
I do like that this has kind of been a struggle with them, so I guess even they have to have their moments. Wow! You have not only underestimated him, but maybe you're out of practice?
And me alone back before I receive the 8 tails. They'll keep me strong, no matter what happens, even when all else fails.
It can be anything. You'll know it when you find it, because it will keep you strong.
Yeah, after having that conversation with his cousin, and knowing that he's survived this long, has he never thought to ask him or to think what is it that keeps him going?
About those words I said to you in front of the waterfall of truth?
You're finally getting it, huh? So you're not a fool, you fool. Preaching truth at you from above is my fantasy. The fantasy is now a reality. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the end of the episode, but I guess that was really quick.
Is there a way to see through such jutsu?
Yes, question that I had.
Nothing helpful in these papers either.
Don't you think we should relay this intel to...
But also makes sense now that I think about it. Not that I didn't think it before, but I'm going to voice it now. Why Zetsu's like really Madara's second in command, and also the core of basically his entire plan relies on him.
It's true that you are very special to me, B. And I do believe we're the ultimate tag team. I said that to you. You're correct. But just those simple words are really going to be enough to keep you strong all through the battle that you face.
He's been facing it. He's been facing it.
Fight for you too, bro. You're still way too overprotective. You gotta let me go. Don't lose faith in me.
Yeah. He basically grounded him to the tower by forbidding him to ever leave.
Chudiki, but I learned you can't give up. You gotta fight free. You gotta find a light that can let yourself see. Tail beasts are not the only source of our power. What we were before them helps us in our weakest hour.
Thank you. Everyone always is just like they skirt around the fact that they're just treating them like Jinchuriki, but they're also people with interests outside of whatever their powers are.
Your mother and father. You mean the fourth Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki? You're talking about people who died right after you were born. You were merely an infant.
Yeah, that doesn't mean their love doesn't transcend through you.
When I was trying to control the Nine Tails' power, my dad made sure that I finally got to meet my mom. Dad said he'd woven Mom's chakra into the seal. She was able to hang out with me while I undid the Nine Tails seal. He did it all for me.
The fourth Hokage.
Yeah. While protecting the entire village.
But only if I had the Nine Tails' power under control.
Masked Man. Meaning Madara.
Madara,
So that Nine Tails incident was Madara's doing after all.
Somehow interesting that they don't still know that. It's sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I forget that we know stuff that other characters don't know, and I face this all the time. It's fine.
But then, I remember that my master had always told me Dad was a child of prophecy.
Do you remember what I said to you earlier? That so-called savior is now dead.
Yeah, well,
what else
he's
could you call that outcome except a failure?
dying doesn't necessarily mean you're a failure. The village was still intact. And the Nine Tails was sealed away. It was a very extremely sad episode that I don't want to remember right now.
They died protecting me. It only lasted a moment. They gave me something. Both of them gave me the knowledge that what I'm capable of is whatever I believe I can do.
Yeah.
They trusted me to be the savior of the world.
You start failing if you stop trying.
And the world will come to an end. Only Naruto can control the Nine Tails' power, just as Minato thought he would. We need to let Naruto go. That way, he can protect the shinobi. I'm going to bet on Naruto. So what about...
Like she did before. And you know what? This is a bet that even though she loses, she's not going to lose this bet. This is going to be one of her strokes of good luck.
You agree? Right now, you need some big fools for us to succeed. Fools who don't care at all how strong or tall the wall. Yeah!
Yeah! We don't care how strong or tall the wall is.
Naruto, this ends now.
Way too many people have put their faith in me for me to let them down.
It's in slow motion, so something is going to happen. Okay. I have two guesses.
Like you just said, right, Kage? If I fail, then I'm not a savior. I cannot fail now. I'm my father's son.
Can I just say, though, since we're reflecting on this, that face doesn't really look like him.
You're only the second to have ever outrun my fastest punch. So it appears that we have a savior after all. Now go for it.
Yes, sir!
Right as the sun is rising. So what have they been doing about all of these surprise attacks in the middle of the night? Oh, I thought that was the end of the episode. This is a trick episode.
Naruto can sense hostility when in Ninetales chakra mode. He'll be able to see through White Zetsu's transformation jutsu.
Is this how he's
In
gonna
addition,
help,
we can have
or
Naruto
how he's
create
gonna...
shadow clones to counter White Zetsu on every battlefield at once.
That's true. He does that.
We'd be getting our priorities backward. I really don't think that Lord Raikage would ever allow us to use such a strategy.
Yeah, well,
Yes, that's
since
true.
you guys have been talking, he's changed his mind.
That's the thing. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Oh no,
The long
it's
night is
red.
finally coming.
And it's the pose with the red moon.
Close their eyes now.
Huh?
6 new pains. All Jinchuriki.
Oh,
I've just
what?
added
No!
something.
No! What? What? Oh no. 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 Hold on. No. We're going back? I wasn't. No. 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 Why? Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have stopped while I was ahead. This cliffhanger is too big, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. And I thought it was just gonna be the end of the oh my gosh, what is he? The Raikage and Tsunade and Naruto and I thought that was gonna be the it. Okay, I'm gonna try to focus. They had a long conversation. I loved that, not that it wasn't already there, not that I haven't been shouting it from the rooftops, but to hear B so poetically say that Jinchuriki are not just Jinchuriki, they are more than just their powers. They are people, and they are the people who they were even before. Well, in B's case, he was just a regular kid, even before he was a Jinchuriki. They are people outside of just their powers, and as soon as his father died, he immediately went into overprotection mode. You're never allowed to leave. You go stay in your tower. Stay in your tower and don't ever leave. The world is too dangerous. But what good does that do? Nothing. In a way, it's not bad for him to want to protect his brother. However, that's not necessarily the way to go about it. And B finally being like, I'm going to show you, finally, after all these years, that I am stronger. I'm going to say it to your face. But also, again, we are more than just these powers. And then for him to test him, or for the Raikage to test Naruto, I kind of had a feeling, and I'm really glad that it was Naruto just dodging, though a part of me was like, I wonder if it's just speed. And it's speed that he has, I guess, in this tailed chakra mode. It's not like the teleportation jutsu that Minato has, but it does give off the same flair. He does say a lot of things and does a lot of the same mannerisms that his dad did. So I'm glad that they came to that decision. It was very touching and heartwarming in a way, especially for Naruto to be like, my father isn't a failure, and I am the savior, essentially, and I'm going to go protect the people. Also, the information that Naruto could set, and that makes a lot of sense and also is really great because, one, him like constantly sensing and hearing people's fears from the various areas is really cool that it's leading to this track of mind, this knowledge, which is great because they're struggling. And I was kind of hoping it would be somebody else's, somebody kind of, I don't know, hidden jutsu or whatever, which is kind of in a way. But I am also glad that now Naruto, especially because it is true he can create so many clones, he can get literally everywhere and discern who is the enemy, which will help change the tide back into at least even odds. I don't know if I could say our favor, but at least more even odds. But I also love that this is like Naruto again showing the world, not just his village, but showing the world what he is capable of, what a Jinchuriki is capable of, and he's going to be literally protecting everyone. And maybe in a way, because he is such light, help in a way, they like give hope to those who feel that hatred or that are in the hatred cycle. Hatred will never ever go away completely, but maybe giving people that hope because he's going to protect. I don't know if that's how it's going to go, but that's how it feels to me. I might be jumping ahead too much, but I don't know. But now, the ending. I knew that he brought back the other Jinchuriki. But to make them new... I can't even say it. This is worse than I thought. And is this why he needed to semi-retreat into the night? Not only to let the Zetsu plan take place and weaken the numbers, but also to prepare this? Because when they summoned them before, I don't think that they had the eyes and all that stuff. Like, they're just too... No. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to accept it. I can't think about it because I'm not watching any more episodes, at least today. I mean, it's going to be a time, at least till next week, I believe, for you guys anyway. And I try to record in chunks because I forget things way too easily. This, how could I forget? I'm going to forget. Watch me forget. I jinxed myself. But I can't. This is... Anyway, I'm gonna go crawl in a hole and try to forget this nonsense. Maybe eat a chocolate chip cookie. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow this nonsense that is me and also this show. And until next time, bye!